human from another galaxy. A pathfinder.
I don't need an army. I've got a Krogan.
Go right, it'll be fun.
This is exactly why we came.
Cover's blown, run!
They want to fight? We'll give it to them!
Hey there guys, welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect Andromeda. Last time we are just about fit... Why do I have a mouse on my screen? Evolve, mouse! I'm picking up my controller and shooting things. This is kind of terrible. But last time we were about to leave this planet, but there's one thing we haven't done yet, and that is investigate the first murder. And I kind of feel like that's an important thing to do. So let's investigate.
Karkins.
Pathfinder, there is an armor piece buried deep, a leg bracer. Scan indicates tissue and bone fragments clinging to it. DNA identified as Chief Reynolds. Indications suggest his body was torn to pieces.
So the chief became Karkin food. Circle of life can be gruesome.
The remaining armor will be scattered, or perhaps brought to a nest. The chest piece and his Omni tool may explain his death.
Then we keep searching and scanning.
Yep, sounds like it.
Another armor piece, Chief Reynolds' helmet.
The search continues.
He sounds so into this. Search continues. Guys, Karkins, I understand that you ate one of my compatriots once before, but I've got to point out that I'm bigger. I am not someone you should eat. How far away is this?
Who do? Who don't?
Okay, because I'm starting to get down. My life support is starting to get down enough that probably should consider going back and getting the Nomad. I've remembered to stop calling it the Mako. That's impressive. That's a thing. So somewhere around here is a thing. Aha!
Pathfinder, the scanners picked up Chief Reynolds' chest piece, confirming single shot. Unable to determine weapon type, but entry point was at the back. Exit blast through the chest.
By all accounts, Nilkum was in front of the chief when he fired. So it wasn't his shot that killed him.
The Chief's Omni tool might shed some light.
Well, unfortunately, I am now low enough on my radiation support that I need to go back and get the Nomad. Because I don't want to die, you guys, for some reason. I mean, it does seem kind of fun. Damn, guys! Like, I understand being thorough, but did you need to, like, use a bazooka on a bug? This is the problem with giving high-powered weaponry to soldiers. Because they're just like, well, I mean, I got this hammer. Alright, back to the Nomad. Whoa. No, I'm not a little mad. Alright. Because I do feel like we should be heading out today. I just want to finish off this planet, and I am actually interested in this, like, first killing mission. Get out of my way. Oh, interesting. It doesn't really... I wonder if it's, like, increases over time.
Picking up additional armor scraps. I believe it's a trail leading to a cave nearby.
Could be where the nest is located.
I'm still low. Just going into the Nomad not actually... Where's the Nomad? Not actually regenerate my life support? Because I would kind of like it to. So that's why I said talking.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
I guess that was a place. I don't really know if it was a good place.
It's a Karkin nest, all right. Fan out.
One? Pretty sure we've killed more than one there, little lady. Well, something just hit me. Didn't like that a whole lot.
On the move.
Confirming initiative equipment, including Omni tool assigned to Security Chief Hiram Reynolds. If you power it up, I can exhume its data. Accessing data. The Chief was scanning at the time of death. The scan picked up 2 shots.
Okay.
One, a standard initiative rifle report, which missed. The other from behind, a Ket pulse weapon.
That's a relief. Good work.
Pathfinder, there is also an audio recording.
Well, let's listen to it.
Go ahead and play it.
Where's Nilkin?
Sorry, old friend. Had to do it. I'm not dying on this rock.
That sounds like...
Confirming. Voice identified as suspect, Nilkin. So he did not kill the Chief.
But he meant to. Need another chat with the man.
Well, that solves that. Okay, so let's get back to civilization. I do like kind of how they start to get injured and like, oh my god, whenever they get weaker. That's kind of a cool effect, actually. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. I don't know what we're going to end up doing with that, because at the end of the day, he's not a murderer. He's just a wannabe murderer. That's not a whole lot better, to be honest. But I'm going to go ahead and fade out here. I will fade back in when we leave this rock, or...
Tuned the Nomad perfectly for EOS.
We're outfitted best we can be.
I like busting dunes, getting all 6 wheels off the ground.
But either when I leave this place, or if I find another quest that is actually relevant to the overall plot. Because I do enjoy and wanted to do this specific quest. It seemed interesting and fun. And I like both of those things. See you next time, guys. Or not next time, see you in a second, guys. Alright. And the last thing I think we're doing, this is a quest in order to leave a pendant at the place where someone's brother died. I forget who it was. But someone up there was like, oh, please, if you get down there, can you please...
Pathfinder, this is the spot where Nigel McCoy wanted you to leave his pendant.
In honor of his brother, Dash McCoy.
So did I do it? Is that complete now? Like, I didn't actually do anything. It's just like, hey, they want you to do this here. And I was like, I don't know if I actually did it or not. Okay, yes, I have done that. So, speak with on Nexus. We're in data. I've only found one of those. Find scan Collins' bodies. Look at the research. Other, like those are things that I feel like I need to, do more, because I can't get out and I can't. The radiation is too much for me to get around, so I'm pretty sure I'm actually done. I've done that. No information on that. And then better beginning. Everything is checkmarked. So what exactly? Why is this still an ongoing secret stand? Okay, give radiation radio. time to clear. And speak. So, yeah, we are done. We are ready to head out of here, guys. Are you ready? I'm ready. Like, this has been a nice planet. I've enjoyed it, but I'm also... This is a little bit too much single planet for me. Here we go. We're going home, guys. Or at the very least, we're going back to the Nexus. What we think of as home in this area.
All clear.
Back to the Nexus. One of my sisters recovered yet. I was just complaining about all the humans I had on in my party, but I'm definitely going to welcome my sister in. She's awesome, probably.
Before the meeting gets started, I have bunk assignments for PB and Drac.
Already put my rucksack in the kitchen. I'll hang out there if that's okay.
Wait, in the kitchen?
And I'm in one of the escape pods. More my speed.
That's fantastic. Welcome aboard. Any thoughts, Ryder?
Yeah, we can't have people just making their own decisions.
This isn't a military vessel, but there need to be rules. Better to ask about protocol. Let's talk about our success on Eos. Besides establishing our first viable outpost, we did some amazing things.
We made PB, a friend. We made a friend of PB.
And didn't get killed.
Overcame radiation poisoning a number of times.
And didn't die.
Confronted by Ket at every turn.
Once again, did not get killed.
You guys really need to raise the bar on what you call success.
Yeah, should we use the Krogan definition of success that got your homeworld nuked by your own people?
I was not sure how he'd react to that, actually.
Let's focus. Back to the task at hand. Looking forward.
Exactly. Here's my only question. When do we hit that next vault? It looked active. We have to get on that.
Hang on.
She looks like a raccoon. I love her.
Not go off half-cocked.
There are initiative priorities. The team calls the shots.
Actually, the Pathfinder calls the shots, just to be clear.
Well, that certainly...
So what do you need from us, Ryder?
Just get along.
Let's be kind and give each other the benefit of the doubt. Finding a home for tens of thousands in this hellscape is stressful enough without adding dysfunction.
You got it, boss.
That even sounded big. I'm like, can't we all just get along?
Krogan are known for one thing. It's getting along.
But not humility or self-awareness.
Okay, let's head back to the Nexus.
PB didn't leave.
PB, Drac, see Lexi for a physical. Good meeting, everyone.
Aw. Well, to be fair, Ryder's never really been in charge. Would you like to learn more? Interesting. Pretty sure that works the same as it did in previous games, though. That's probably why I didn't have a full-on discussion about it. Oh, no one wants to talk to me. I'm a conquering hero. I've come back from establishing a colony, which no one's ever done. That's why it's the third colony established on that planet.
Ryder, when you've got a minute, stop by the medbay.
Nice place you found.
Clean air, plants, helps me think.
Something on your mind?
Maybe.
What the hell was that?
I know that look. It's just my biotics reacting to all this.
Oh, what?
I don't normally lose it like that. A huntress should have better control.
Huntress?
Another term for an Asari commando. I was one before the initiative.
It's still so weird that she's an Asari commando.
Like losing the old man.
Yeah, well, let's make it a little...
You were his second in command. Were you friends, too?
He was more a mentor than a friend. Prickly old bastard.
That's Dad for you.
I respected that. People treat geniuses like they're made of cut glass. I didn't care how smart he was. I think he liked someone not caring.
How does a human soldier get...
That's actually what I'm wondering, too. There's kind of a select group.
Your biotics can rip an APC apart, and people get nervous. Funny that. The Alliance found me a cross-species military initiative in a hurry. Sent me to Thessia to serve with the Huntress
How did
unit.
that go over?
One of the few places where my powers were welcomed. Your father made another one.
I feel like we all lost something is a little bit too, like, eh. So.
I know it's not the same, but I'm a good listener.
I hope you're as good at being Pathfinder. I said I wouldn't get in the way, and I meant it. But I prepped for years as your father's second. Then he chooses you? An untrained Pathfinder and all this mess to fix? The hell was he thinking?
Is this going to be a problem, Cora?
I don't want a rival. Just answers. It's done. Best I can do now is be your second. Keep your father's mission alive.
I really...
Then maybe we'll all get what we came out here for.
Like, when I first designed him, I kind of liked the blonde hair, but it looks so fake compared to everyone else's. Wow, that seems really inappropriate. So, you're jealous that I became Pathfinder. Want to vent that jealousy with me in the bed? Like, what?
So what brought you out to Andromeda?
Biotics like this. Thinking like an Asari huntress. I never had a place. Best I could be was a useful freak. The initiative was meant to be different. Will be different if this mission succeeds. So I'm seeing it through. It's quiet in here. I can keep the plants watered while I work.
All right.
First job, see if there's any news on the Asari Ark. If they made it, we could use some Asari expertise. If you want to talk, I'll be here.
If you want to talk... I'll see how far I can push this.
Hi there.
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
The Lucinia? Checking every comm that's coming in. Nothing concrete yet.
What did you do while you were part of the Asari military?
Hunted things. That's why she's a
4 years
huntress.
in a commando unit called Talane's Daughters. Part of the Council's cross-species
Yeah, you already talked about that.
military integration initiative. You probably had a more exciting time defending that Arcturus relay. But we did good work. Peacekeeping is a full-time job, even in Asari space.
Yeah. But I found out anything question mark will advance, these things will.
What was your commando unit like?
Janae and I were the youngsters. Tethys was our old lady sniper. Callia patched us up, and Valenza prayed between fires.
That's her job.
Our CO, Nasira, led us all over the Athena Nebula and beyond. A huntress's work is never done.
I feel like this will just make her think that I'm ignorant.
Every civilization needs its defenders.
And the defenders usually match their civilization. Like Asari huntresses being adaptable as hell. Makes you wonder what our militia will look like in 100 years.
Oh, interesting. So I actually get... Like, that is grayed out now.
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
Nothing new. Let's stay optimistic.
I wonder why that stays lit up.
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
Nothing new.
Weird.
Let's stay optimistic.
She must be like, oh my god, this guy's retarded.
You were in the Alliance before you became a huntress, right? What made
She
you
already
join up?
answered this, man.
My biotics. I was still living on my parents' cargo freighter when they manifested. Untrained biotic power on a starship means accidents. But we couldn't afford a tutor. The Alliance had implants, the training, everything. Old history now. Your turn. Remind me why you came
So my
to
dad
Andromeda.
dragged me along?
I spent years watching pioneers go through the Arcturus mass relays. Off to glory, while I stayed behind. Then Dad's career collapsed. His AI research made him too toxic.
I heard. Must have changed everything for your family.
Yeah, again, a lot of what I'm saying is just because one of them sounds like an asshole response. It must have changed everything for your family. I wanted adventure. Like, it's not about you, man. Talk about your family.
We needed to start over somewhere new together. Or as together as we could. So, Andromeda.
None of you writers ever think small, do you?
After 4 years with Asari Commandos, you must have some great war stories.
I don't know. It's not that dangerous there.
Nasira assassinated a Krogan warlord with a pack of playing cards once.
That is pretty
A
impressive.
pack of cards?
Choking hazard, apparently.
Wow. Did you come out here with anyone? Maybe someone you served with?
I had my fun on shore leave. Nothing serious, though.
Aw.
Sorry huntresses figure things out, but I was there for soldiering, not romance.
Like, this is my big problem, and this is going to be a problem through the entire Let's Play. He's the Pathfinder. He's the one that's in charge of everything. You know, for someone that's like a commanding officer to make a pass at a soldier under his command is classic sexual harassment or abuse of power or something. So as long as I am the Pathfinder and the people that I work with, like, maybe I could go with PB, because PB isn't actually assigned to me. She just kind of joined up, but she's not loyal. Cora is my second in command. There's actually, we're not really a military unit, but there's a very strict, like, command structure, and it would be very inappropriate for me to go down this.
Does that mean fraternization is okay for Asari commandos?
It'll happen, but usually only for one deployment. Asari don't usually stay with each other long term. After your 500th birthday, you learn some self-control.
All right. Well, that's actually, that was a good way for that to go.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
All right. So that was interesting. When I saw that this was an option and it came up and it let me come in here, I had no idea that this would lead me to, like, Cora's room. I think it's interesting that there's areas that you aren't actually allowed to go into. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. And I have 250, so it definitely seems as though... Do I have the Sidewinder pistol? And I don't have enough to get that. Interesting, okay. But yeah, I definitely feel as though it's in my best interest to get pistols as high as I can, because that's my primary weapon. Let's see. All right, that's my research data. Oh, whoops. Should... Oh, N7 stuff. I should have definitely done that. N7 stuff is awesome. But I used it all. That's my own bad. Does this also cost the same stuff? Interesting. And I have no augments, so... Alright. Looks like we're done with that. I'm wondering if I can run into everyone else. I'm assuming that some of these blank areas will eventually be filled with people. So... Cora is here off of my area. But it looks like she's the only one unless there's someone in here. It's been so long since I played this.
Rider to engineering. Repeat. Rider to engineering. Shit, is this thing on?
Because it's been long enough since I played this that I'm not entirely sure where everything is. I remember exploring this place.
Pathfinder, making the rounds. Slumming it, huh? Want to see how the riffraff are making out?
Somebody has to.
Hey, it's a dirty job. Are you the riffraff spokesman?
King, actually. You might want to bow. Otherwise, no telling what might fall off the Nomad when you're out there.
I'll take my chances. Just want to see how things are going with the ship.
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think, but we shouldn't go too far or push too hard between Nexus stops. For now.
Well, right now
It just feels good to be stretching our wings, you know? Locked in idle too long, you start to drift. People, same as ships.
I like this guy.
Nexus, gotta say, I was regretting joining the initiative.
I doubt you were the only one.
Yes, but it's a new thing for me, regret.
Oh, interesting.
I tend to live the way I work. Kind of feel it, do it. Not a lot of close ties, no real sense of purpose. Figured maybe I'd find my true calling in Andromeda. Then I got here and, oops, I just made a decision there's no turning back from.
Sure there is. Just go back in time.
That station. You can't know how jazzed I was when you showed up.
Wow. Like, I know this is BioWare and they allow you to do stuff like this. I always expect it to be so early and so blatant.
You mean how jazzed you were that a Pathfinder showed up?
Tomato, potato. You just keep pointing this ship wherever you want it to go, and I'll make sure she can get there. Deal?
Deal.
There wasn't really a great option I had there. You know, it was like I either could flirt with him, which, as I just discussed with Cora, I'm not going to do. I'm obviously, I think you guys know me, I'm not homophobic, but it's doing it with enlisted people just seems wrong. Alright, so here's the Tempest. Is there a like map of the ship? Because I'm just sort of wandering around and finding stuff. Sorry, everyone. Forgot we're taking turns. Half the rations aren't packed yet. Got you covered, Cal. There's soup in the get. Wow. Found a bug yesterday in the biolab. Nice one with a magnetized base. You left it stuck sideways on the bulkhead. That's... The hands are full. Am I supposed to be reading these backwards? Not right now, but I'll keep you on my list. Especially if you're biotic and you can drop the weight. But pay you back in beer, whatever else we find. Are you serious? I never joke about comfort seeding. Finished the assignments, paperwork, the Nexus. Had to fudge a few details, but you're officially a member of the Pathfinder team. And Drac, just want to check in publicly about what I said. Relax, Harper. This headbutt is always the one you don't see coming. So I know one's in the escape pod and one's in the kitchen. I just don't know where either of those actually are. It looks like this is one of them.
Don't give the Pathfinder too much trouble. Oh, Rushan.
Who are you talking to?
Kesh, Nexus superintendent, thinks she can boss me around just because she's my granddaughter.
Well, welcome to the Tempest. Trouble's what we do.
I like the way you say
I figured you'd like that.
Someone somewhere shivered when I said that.
Probably tan. Damn politicians.
Is that all you brought?
You travel lean when supplies are tight and you're on your own.
Leaving the Nexus can't have been an easy choice.
It was, actually. Staying became impossible.
I've heard there were some
After
Krogan
the
issues.
happened, it was either buckle under Tan's rules or start our own colony. Easy choice. Bad consequences all around.
Not all Krogan left. Your granddaughter stayed.
Good thing she did. Without my Rushan, you wouldn't have had much of a station to tie your ship to. As for me, I'm way more useful out here. Lots to shoot at, for one.
No, I definitely understand why you left, though. It certainly sounded like a terrible situation for Krogan.
Your people come first.
Keeping Kesh and our colony safe will always be my top priority. That's why I'm happy to tag along, help make this galaxy a little more hospitable.
Can't argue with that.
All right, let's see what he has to say.
Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Colonial Affairs, the ass in Assistant Director.
Well, he's got a pretty cool job. His name is Spender.
Got no idea why Addison keeps him around. Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising, and he's had it out for Kesh ever since. He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
A lot of information to get. First of all,
Why did the Krogan leave the Nexus?
I mean, I kind of already know, but
Nexus got us Krogan to stop the mutiny. In return, we were supposed to get a say in station business. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about the deal, and Tan came down hard. Too hard. So we left.
why do you need to be bribed to
Cash
stop
is
mutiny?
alone on that station now.
Yeah, I don't want to keep doing all touchy-feely with a Krogan. That seems like a terrible idea.
Do you think Cash can handle station politics?
Cash can handle anything. Thing is, Spender's a liar and a coward. He was part of the mutiny, I know he was. A lot of people got hurt because of him, on both sides.
So what's my part in this?
Things need to get sorted out, and my clan needs to get back on station, without Spender messing things up. Way I see it, you're probably the best one for that job.
Oh, well, thanks for the, vote of confidence.
What's it like to have Cash as a granddaughter?
Kesh is my Rushan, child of my blood. Raised her myself. Damn proud of her, too. She did good, even with me for a granddad.
I do have to say, I really like this facet of his personality. The one thing that Mass Effect hasn't had a whole lot is, generational ties. You don't ever hear about someone's kids or someone's parents. Or you very rarely do. Every once in a while, someone would talk about their parents and what it did to them growing up. But you almost never met them. This, this is a interesting... Oh, man. I don't want to say I like her, because he might be like, knee to the balls. But at the same time, being like, I'll take your word for it. That just sounds like assholey, so...
She's honest. Definitely blunt.
She had to take after me in some ways, I guess.
Okay, good. That did not go as badly as I thought it might.
Did Lexi brief you on Sam and squad connectivity yet?
Yeah. You want to hook that thing up to my comms, sure, but that's where it stops. Putting an AI in your head, giving it access to everything like that, it's begging for trouble.
I'm going to say that. I'll ask why, even though I kind of already know.
Why do you say that?
I've seen what bots can do when they turn on their creators. Been in some of those fights. There's a reason that kind of research was outlawed.
Yeah. I was dismissed from the Alliance when news of what my dad was researching got out.
No shit. Ruined the writer name, I'll bet.
A little bit, yeah, unfortunately.
Almost.
So I still... here's the problem. I don't want to act like I'm not appreciative of Sam. I do like Sam. But being like, I'm going to force you to do this thing you don't want to do, no, fuck that.
I'm not thrilled about it myself, but it is what it is.
Just make sure it can't unshackle itself. There'll be hell to pay if that happens.
I'd like to know more about you.
Fire away.
So, about all this combat experience you have, I'd love some details.
That's always the first question you ask a Krogan.
The list will be shorter if you ask me what experience I don't have. I've been doing this for a long time now. Centuries. Shit, well over 1,000 years. Don't even know how I'm still alive, to be honest.
Skill?
You need luck to be a merc. Skill, sure, but a whole lot of luck. And a really hard head.
Tell me more about the Krogan.
Yeah, I never actually ran into it.
My clan's there. We also got some scouts looking for any unclaimed territory to grab up. Got a decent setup going. Self-sustainable. The works. Even some farming.
Farming? Krogan farm?
Food's food. Just because we can eat anything doesn't mean we gotta settle for scraps. I'm pretty fond of Corcrow roots myself. Takes a while to chew through those.
Interesting.
How did you and Vetra meet?
Quality food is one that takes me a while to eat.
Brought you into the project pretty late, didn't he? Must have been a pretty steep learning curve since they thawed you out.
You could say that.
You make do with what you get. Anyway, I met Vetra back when we were building the Nexus. She swiped supplies I was trying to get for Kesh right under my nose. I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, that Turian takes shit from no one.
Yeah, no, she's pretty awesome that way.
She really has a way of getting things done.
She sure does.
I was gonna say.
But here's the best part. She waited until I saw her again in Kesh's office, no less, to tell me she'd been working for Kesh all along. They're both still laughing at me over that.
I was gonna say, even if someone is an enemy of Krogan, I think the fact that they don't take shit from anyone is definitely a point in their book as far as Krogan are concerned.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pyjak scratch its butt?
Anything about the cat? Or combat in general?
Well, common cat are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die like anything else.
That certainly sounds like what he'd say.
Tell me more about fighting cat.
Wraiths are sneaky little shits, like to ghost up behind you when you least expect it. Just listen for them. They tend to give themselves away right before coming
I've never even run into
Break
Wraiths.
through their head plates, then a headshot should do the trick.
Tell me more about fighting cat.
Destined are annoying, quick. Got some crazy mist that hides them from view. Their friends, too.
Interesting.
Take a Destined down, and that mist goes away. Makes them a prime target, if you ask me.
I wonder.
Perfect for grenade practice.
I wonder where their names came from.
Tell me more about fighting cat.
There's just something wrong about the kid. The absolute single-mindedness.
Tell me more about fighting cat.
More.
So, Chosen, it's not good to let too many of them get close to you at once. If they hit your shields, take a step back. Let me handle them. Bet you anything they're not used to being rushed by a Krogan.
Tell me more about fighting cat.
Fire and explosives are good against anything with heavy armor. Or anything, really. Generally, no one likes being set on fire.
Except Ragnaros. Ragnaros doesn't mind.
Generally? There's a story behind this.
Ha, there sure is.
Well, tell me about it.
You mentioned that people generally don't like being set on
Just tell me
fire.
the story, man.
I was hoping you'd ask. So, about 400 years ago, give or take a decade, me and my outfit were pinned down during a skirmish with another merc group. So I pull off my usual stunt, charge ahead and breach their barricade. Pop my flamethrower and get ready to let go. Only to see them all screaming and running away. Turns out, I crashed through a shipment of Turian brandy on my way in. Never even noticed I was on fire. But they sure did. Never seen a pack of mercs panic that badly before.
I like Drac.
Tell me more about fighting cat.
Ascendant. Keep your distance. Don't let them get you in those force fields. Pop that little orb, then shoot him in the head, just like anything else.
Tell me more about fighting cat.
Fiends, kid. Even I'm not gonna mess with those at close range.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Keep your distance. Shoot them into red fleshy bits, or I guess in the face if you can't flank them.
It's interesting. I didn't know fiends were part of the cat.
Tell me more about fighting cat.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
Tell me more about fighting cat.
Shoot stuff.
Okay,
and don't die.
I figured that might be the end.
Always works for me.
All right.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Hey, one last thing.
Yeah?
Is everyone a kid to you?
Ha, when you get to be my age, yeah, pretty much.
I was gonna say I didn't even notice he calls me kids, so I'm certainly not gonna tell him to stop. Nakmor Drock. Wonder what that is. It's definitely a something.
You're not Harry.
The blue give it away? Habitat 7 was a little more action-packed than Harry bargained for. He decided to
That's not
spend
PB
his
either.
retirement years on the Hyperion looking after your sister.
Happy to have you, Dr. Tapero.
I'll do my best. Now, hold still.
Ow!
Sorry.
I remember you having a gentler touch.
Still trying to get my bearings. Thought I'd be waking up colonists, not taking care of the Pathfinder.
Yeah, you'll be
I
great.
couldn't be in better hands.
I just stabbed you.
We all have off days.
I always
Some of
hoped
these
to work
do
in the
seem a little
field,
bit.
but
They
everything's
don't flow.
happening so quickly.
Focus on the positive. It helps.
I guess this is my opportunity to study alien species firsthand. Getting a Ket specimen aboard the Hyperion would be difficult, but here,
What?
a Ket corpse. For autopsy, a live subject would be better, but I'm not greedy.
Why do you care about the cat?
I mean,
Harry didn't tell you?
why wouldn't you
I'm
care
a
about the cat?
specialist in alien
The more you
anatomy.
know.
My thesis on Krogan virility and aggression is what got me in the initiative.
Like, this would be more possible because she does not actually work for me, but still, she's part of the same crew and she reveres the Pathfinder, so I still feel like it would be inappropriate.
Anatomist? Physician? That's quite the resume.
I'm also a licensed psychologist. 275 years has given me plenty of time to branch out. But we were discussing the Ket. An autopsy could teach us potential weaknesses, average lifespan.
Right.
Just something to think about.
We do make a lot of corpses.
Make sure the Pathfinder eats his vegetables.
All right. And with that, I'll go in this episode. Next time, we'll probably talk to a whole bunch more people. This is probably my favorite part of the Mass Effect game, to be quite honest. I like the decisions, I like exploration, but I really like the characters. The characters are the golden piece of Mass Effect.